Hello, welcome back. Yes, that's right. Loose Men are back tomorrow. Earl Charles Spencer is going to be making his debut on the panel, sharing how he grieved the loss of his sister, Princess Diana. Dr. Amir Khan is back too. He'll be sharing all the essential body checks every man should be doing regularly. Plus, Sam Thompson will be revealing whether he thinks couples therapy works. So that is tomorrow. At 12:30. But back to today's Loose Women and keeping you company. This lunchtime, it is Colleen Nolan, Kelly Brook, Nadia Swallow and me, Ruth Langsford. And still to come this afternoon, following the announcement that the Cannes Film Festival has changed its dress code, we'll be asking, was it right to ban nudity on the red carpet? Some strong opinions on that a little bit later on. First, though, thousands of students across the country will be taking exams. It's all in full swing now. A recent survey showed that 29% of parents believe a reward is an excellent way to get their children to study and strive for good grades. Do you think that's a good idea? Bribery. I mean, I've probably bribed Jack his whole life. You know, if we do that, if you're good, we'll get an ice cream on the way home. I did do a bit of that. I did do a bit of, you know, if you get some good grades, if you revise, we'll give you a little bit of money. I did.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
And you think it's all right?
I can't believe that.
Why?
I just cannot.
I bribe children all the time. I do.
But, yeah, you do. Really?
Yeah, when they're little, it's like you said, you know, well, if you're good, you maybe get an ice cream on the way out. It's the same kind of thing. People bribe me now.
I guess
They do. They come up and they go, you've been offered this, and I don't want to do it. And they go, they're paying this much. I go, when do I start? Same thing. It's life.
But did you do that for exams?
Yes, I did do it as
Depends
an
on the child.
incentive.
No, but
Yeah.
I think, is it because they always knew that A-levels and university was going to be in their future?
No. 'Cause
So there's no, like...
'cause they have to pass. It's not in their future. It doesn't matter what kind of school you
They've
went
got to take the
They've still
exam.
got to take the exam, and you only get to go to university if you get the grades they've asked for. So it's
I
not
feel like it's like there's this entitlement that they know they're going to be looked after.
No. Mine was just like... It's like a carrot. It's incentivising, going, look, come on, I know this is tough, right? Who wants to do chemistry? Sorry, people that love chemistry. But, you know, but just do it. And tell you what, if you get this many things or you pass, we'll give you 20 quid of a pass and then you'll have 100 quid or whatever it is. It's not about the amount, it's about the, it's what you can afford.
It doesn't even have to be money, does it? You had a very different upbringing, didn't you? Where it was
so
never...
different.
Yeah.
Because Nadia, we went to the same school and I wanted to stay on and do my A-levels, but the cost of that was
this
just...
was a drama school.
This was a drama school, and it was a
Stage
stage school, so I had a grant to kind of... I got the scholarship to stay on and do my A-levels, but my family couldn't afford the travel and that lifestyle. I mean, once I was 16, you know, in their eyes, I was an adult. And my brother...
Had you always grown up with the idea, like, when you're 16, that's when you'll start working? Was that always...
I always knew that, like, I wasn't going to be funded anymore. Like, it was going to be down to me to figure it out. And I think my brother left home and joined the army, and I ended up doing some modelling and actually shacking up with someone that was a bit older than me that had a house, and I moved out. I mean, that is the truth. I know, but that is the truth. But that is the truth. That is the truth of it.
Really
because
hard.
it was just the case of like, well, you know, you're grown up now, you've got to move out. I would have loved to have stayed on and done A-levels and had and even now, like, I look back and I think, God, I would have worked so hard and done so well. And knowing how much it's held me back in this industry, and how judged you are when you're working class and you don't have an education or a degree.
But
people really look down on you.
We're going to talk about judgment and class in a minute, but you're saying, like, oh, I would have worked so hard. Do you not think it depends? We all know our children. Some children don't need any kind of bribery. They've got motivation. They're up there revising, and other kids need that little bit of
Well, I did
push
so much bribery and corruption throughout their childhood. They became desensitised to it. But I don't know where my children came from because they just do it on their own. Yeah. And it's really weird. I have to bribe my youngest out of a room by saying, oh, I'll cook this, or don't you think you just need, like, a little trip to the pub or something?
To stop her revising and working.
Yeah, because she just gets too stressed about it. And I just, so I'm the opposite way, actually.
Well, if I said I'd come out and I'll cook something, they'd never come out. Maybe that's the bright. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Keep them in their room.
Interesting, Kelly, that you were talking there about your background and your roots, where you came from, because he's just won a BAFTA for Best Male Performance in a Comedy programme, Danny Dyer, that is. But he recently revealed that despite being in the industry for over 30 years, he says he's never really felt acknowledged, and he thinks it's because people judge him on his working-class background. So, I was going to say, have you ever felt judged? But clearly you have.
Well, I guess you've got the financial implications of being from a working class background. You know, you're probably not going to go to university and you need to get out and get a job. But then you've got the accent, haven't you? You know, when I left school, I was all like this and all like that. And people just automatically go, oh, you know, you're not educated and you're common as muck. And going to a drama school, all of that was kind of welcomed in a way because they were like, OK, you're not going to be in the Royal Shakespeare Company, but you might be in EastEnders. So there is a job there for you, but it's very limiting, isn't it, when you're working class? And you do feel like you're pigeonholed, and I guess judged in a way. I don't know how you felt.
Well, I think I felt very judged that I was that I went to stage school. I mean, did you always get it like, oh, you're a stage school brat then? It's like, why would people not think that's rude to just say that? So I think I just got that insecurity, and then I just felt like. So how much people were actually judging me, I don't know, and how much of it was my own like low self-esteem, where I just thought I'm not supposed to be here. Especially more so at the BBC. I always felt more at home at ITV, but BBC was where I did for so many years. I worked as a presenter on that. And they used to give me loads of work. You know, I was never out of work, but I never computed. If they're giving me loads of work, maybe they think I'm all right. Do you know what I mean? Well, so I felt a bit, imposter syndrome.
Do you think it's called accent sometimes? Because I've always said people think that I'm posh because I speak the way I speak. That's because I went to a grammar school and that's how they spoke. My family aren't posh at all.
No, I think you do get judged and tend to judge people on accents.
Yeah, absolutely. We do in
I definitely got judged, you know, especially when I do most of my work down south and I'm judged, yeah, but you're from the north. It's like, what does that mean? You know, or why do you say Bath? It's like, well, that's just the way I say it. I won't tell you what I say back because I can't on daytime telly. But I judged you.
Yeah.
When I first heard, Ruth Langsford joined, I thought she's going to hate me because she's posh.
Yeah. So
you were right.
Within 20 minutes meeting, I thought, she's more common than me. She just talks better. She just talks better, that's all.
Yeah.
But actually, when I started out in TV, it was very much received pronunciation.
Yeah, it was.
In those days, all the male presenters in the evenings wore dicky bow tie, on Saturday and Sunday nights, wore dicky bows and dinner suits, and we all had to speak like that. Yeah. And actually, clips of me when I was a lot younger presenting, I spoke very like that because we don't speak like that. Because everyone spoke like that.
It's received pronunciation. I had to learn it when I did Miss Marple, the moving finger. They go to me, do your posh accent. I don't know what to say. Oh, no, Mr. Symington, there he was in the cupboard, dead as a dodo.
Did you ever feel like I might keep this for a while and just see what happens?
I loved it. It was just nice to have the opportunity to show that you can do different accents and be different
people.
But you
said about Linda, Robson, our Linda, that
she
said she has never been offered a part.
It's always been, if upstairs, downstairs was coming back, she'd always be cast downstairs because they were going... Do you know what I mean? She was always cast as the maid, or she was never given the opportunity to be the, lady of the manor because they judged her on her accent and the way she...
I think we do it so much.
Brilliant actor.
I love Danny Dyer as well. And when he won the BAFTA, he just looked so shocked. And you can see he's got a bit of that imposter syndrome, He's like, he can't believe it being happened to him.
Well, congratulations, Danny, if you're watching from us.
Love you.
Right, we have to take another break. This programme's flying by today. Now, next, with 80% of women over the age of 50 admitting their libido has declined, we're going to be asking, would you pop a pill to boost your sex drive? Yeah, think about that one, because we will be discussing it right after this.